What is up, everybody? Thanks for those who are watching. I sent some links out, so everybody's welcome to join. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Turner? What's up, Raging? What's up, Lakes? There's the link. Anybody wants to join? What's up, Lakes? Who else was in? Raging was in. I think I covered everybody. So, how's everybody's Monday? What's up, Fluff? I got your magnet, by the way, today. Thanks for the magnet, Fluff. You always stink, Turner. So is anybody else going to join the chat tonight or join the panel tonight? Is the question. I hear you on that one. It's always hard hanging over a bumper all day.
What's going on, Quick Wrench?
Same old shit, just a different day.
Yep. Same old Mondays. Same old Mondays.
I sent you a link, Frosty, if you want to jump in.
Frosty the Snowman.
I think he's melting right now.
It's hot enough out there, ain't it? Golly.
It's hot.
I'm here.
Fucking serious. She gets lonely.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hey, Dave.
How you
Good,
doing?
man. How you doing?
Hey, Frosty, I'm trying to get my eyes to come back to the darkness. Golly. That roadside truck had all its lights on the back. Every single last one of them.
Oh, no.
Oof, and they were bright. I need a pellet gun or something to shoot them all out.
Yeah. You know what's with everybody and their LED headlights wanting to blind everybody on the other side of the road?
Yeah,
They
that's
don't.
not uncommon.
Well, used to be people would turn that shit down. You know, when they'd see another car coming. Now they just leave their brights on all the time.
Yeah. Well, when somebody gets behind me or is coming the other way and they don't want to turn their lights off, well, payback's a mother. That's all I can say.
Shit, man.
'Cause I've got more lights on the front of this truck than they ever would.
Yeah.
I've got a light bar on the front of it, and then the truck already sits up high enough. So, yeah.
Well, as you can see, I'm still at work.
Me too.
How
I
far
don't
you?
look anymore.
What?
How far you got to go?
We're going another 438 miles up to Lockbourne, Ohio.
Oh man, I don't even want to think about it. What about Dave? What have you been up to, man?
Same old shit.
Yeah.
Just different day. Ain't nothing changed.
How's your pump working?
Works fine.
Switch and the rebuild fixed it.
Yeah, it works perfect.
I got to do one here. It's a big green fucker. It says Zollner on it. Half horse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
The motor itself almost never goes bad. It's usually always a switch.
Right, and the impeller is just this big cast thing underneath. I don't think the bearings will go out.
Mhm.
So it's got to be inside under the float. It's just got to be a little toggle switch in there, right?
Yeah.
Contacts or something. I don't know. We had some chemicals probably penetrate that thing and kill it. There's Turner.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Here's one for you. Big tools. And Turner don't count because he works on some big shit. But
Well, the big tools I keep between me and my girlfriend.
yeah, over there. How big a socket do you generally keep? You know, how high do your socket sets go? How high do your wrench sets go?
Well, uh, hmm.
I tell her 8 inches, but it's probably more like 6. But you train them right. Perception is everything. If you tell them this is 4 inches, they'll get used to this being 6. And you tell them that that's 8, and that's 10. You bring it back down to 8. They're happy.
I keep getting my wife trying to get my wife to pay me for sex. I haven't had $1 in 4.5 years.
Ah. Damn.
I ran into a thing on these compressors in the back here. I needed a puller. It's like a harmonic balancer puller. You know,
Fluffy's making a very good comment here. It all depends how it looks in her hands.
Yeah, well,
So get a small girl with small hands. You can tell her all kinds of bullshit.
yeah, you don't want to date
Huh.
big old lunch boxes. So I ended up needing. I never thought I'd need a 2.5 inch socket. $2.5 inch socket costs $80.
Huh.
Well, that's a cheap one. Price one on Snap-on.
Oh fuck no!
Just wait till you get to the 3.5 up to 5 3/4.
Yeah, but you need someone to support that thing while you put the gun over your.
I've got sockets that are about $1,200 to $1,500 a piece.
Jesus. Never thought I'd have to go that big. I don't even keep a 3/4 drive gun.
Well, 2.5 is actually a pretty common size, even in the automotive industry.
For what?
There's a lot of big bolts out there. Crank
Not
bolts.
automotive. Not two and a half.
Maybe in like 1968.
Not 2.5 on automotive.
Well, you know what? Old full size Fords. The radius rods,
Diesel.
the big radius rods in the front end on the full size Fords and the Lincolns. They had a big giant fucking nut on them, and torsion bars. You needed a great big wrench to turn a torsion bar, right? On the Dodges and the Plymouths. Some of those had a great hex on them, but I don't know if it was 2.5. Jesus.
Well, you never know when you're going to run into one of the old steam cars. You get
Something with tank treads on it. Tell you what, though, I did not need a 3/4 gun. Stupid Thor just knocked that thing loose. Little Astro gun, half drive and an adapter. Bam! Thing came right out.
Oh, you got the right air pressure behind it. You got the air pressure like my shop's running 90 psi with the flow behind it. That Thor is a beast.
I got 120 pounds and a quarter inch hose. I was surprised.
That Thor is a beast.
Yeah, it's me. If it had a 3/8 hose on it, I don't know what it would do. So we got.
that's the thing is if you're not using the large wrenches all the time, that's where just buying a croissant wrench or a pipe wrench comes in handy, because you just buy the big one, then you don't have to worry about buying the individual tools if you're only using it once in a while.
I like my croissant wrenches with like eggs and bacon. That's a croissant here in the United States. In Canada, it might be a croissant, but here in the United States, a wrench would be a crescent wrench, a croissant,
or a
it's something
Stilson.
that Burger King sells.
I got a couple of great big Stilsons. We use them to keep the customers under control, though. You walk out of the back with a 24-inch pipe wrench, they get real quiet in a hurry.
You have nothing bigger than that.
Well, you ought to have 36 and 38, no? Even my Harley, 38 millimeter. Clutch basket on my Harley, I think, is a 38. And it's backward thread, the son of a bitch.
I have
Fluffy,
36
because he works at a dealership, he only needs 18 tools, and that does everything. So.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I have a 36 mil 12 point, but then I'm trying to remember what it is, 46 millimeter for, I'm trying to remember if it's for transits or if it's for the damn Mercedes, for front axle nuts. I got a 46 mil I don't remember what it's for. It's for one of those two, Transit or the damn Mercedes, Dodge, whatever you want to call it, but it's Mercedes. Yeah, Toyota like to fuck us and go to 12 point and shit.
Most of my SAE stuff, like all my Snap-on shit in SAE, or most of it anyway, is 12 point. But I use that in the race trailer. You know, I mean, race cars mostly got ARP fasteners and stuff on them. Most of them are 12 points. Your rod nuts, your head nuts, even your main studs and nuts are 12 point. But shit I use around here, very rare do I need a 12 point. Very rare to need one. And sometimes it's hard to find a 12 point.
Well, I see 12 points for Toyota axle nuts, Ford drive shafts.
Isuzu drive shafts. You're right. Isuzu medium duty. And then you know what? Some of the stuff on the Hinos, the big Hino trucks, is 12 point. I forgot about that. We were leasing for a couple of years, and I didn't have to work on those fuckers. You ever want to dress a lump of shit up like a truck? Put a Hino emblem on it.
Yeah.
Terrible. Let's see something here. Still got one guy out there. Yeah, I can almost get out of here and go home.
Almost.
Almost.
That only counts the horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, the bathroom as long as you leave the seat up. One guy left. God, I can't wait here.
What's keeping you there?
Still got a driver out. You'd be surprised. Liquor stores and markets make more money on a bag of ice than they do on anything else in the goddamn store. So for about 3 months during summertime, I got 1,000 Korean liquor store owners lined up out front with pitchforks and torches and AK-47s left over from the riots, waiting to get in here and buy ice. I mean, shit, we sell it to them for $1.10 a bag. They turn around and sell that bag for $3.49. It's like liquid cash. And the bigger their freezer, the more money they're going to make. They don't make that much on a pack of cigarettes or a soda. But I got 2 machines producing right now. I'm leaving 2 guys here to bag. I got 2 guys bagging during the day. And one machine, shit, we had to cut a great big hole in the roof and drop it in with a crane. We got in there, but we're waiting on finishing the permitting process to run this one with ammonia instead of Freon. The Freon is just too damn expensive. Like the difference between $2.50 a pound and $16 a pound.
Damn.
You know, we need 4,000 to 5,000 pounds in the receiver. One of these days on a stream, I'll walk back there and show you guys some of that shit. It's huge. I was telling Jamie I was working on one yesterday. I was doing the crank seal on one. So you think about pulling the front pulley and the harmonic balancer off of like a Chevrolet, right?
Yep.
But scale that up to where the crank bolt is a 2.5, and the hub is on a taper. God damn, the pulley's got 10 grooves on it, and it weighs 180 pounds.
What's up? I'm Leesner.
Hey, brother, what's happening?
Hey,
sir.
Liza.
So I get this thing off of there. This is the first time I've ever done one of these. It's like a double seal on a water pump. You know, like you ever seen a mechanical seal on a water pump, spring loaded, and there's a bushing and a rubber seal on the inside of that, and then like a Bakelite seal or a graphite seal that rubs against a polished surface, and it keeps water from leaking out of a pump while it's turning. You figure it's a double, so that on the spring you got one on either side, and then you got these little push-in races with O-rings on the inside toward the front bearing and the outside toward the hub. This thing was smoked. So Friday I go in there and I pumped 7 gallons of oil into the machine. Sunday morning I go in there and there's like a 1/4 inch shell in the pipe glass. And I look around. I'm watching it drip out the bottom of the compressor right behind the belts, and it's dripping like 2 drops a second. I'm thinking, how could that be? Well, I look around on the ground and I see a lake forming around this fucking thing. I mean, a lake. There is 7 gallons of oil on the ground. Problem is, if we shut that machine off, that puts us 3 hours behind. We got no production. There ain't no ice coming out. There ain't nothing for the guys to bag, so there's nothing to sell. So we had to like pick just the right time, run in here, do it real fast, and then get it back running. I got it done in about 3 hours. And God, 15 gallons of oil come out.
So it was that ice machine made by Detroit by chance?
No, but you ever seen a Vilter compressor? A Vilter or a Micon?
Micon I've seen.
Okay, it's like a W8, 4 banks of 2, and then there's double of those where there's 2 sets of 4 banks or 3 banks. So we've got we've got a W8 and a double 12 belt drive, and then a big carrier 5H80 up on the little machine. So think of an engine, but double the size, twice as heavy, and 2-stroke looking air compressor valves in it.
Yeah.
Little valve plates with reeds and shit in them, and the intake valves are like little suction discs that sit on top of the liner.
Yeah.
One thing I learned, you want to work on that thing, you put your recovery machine on it, you isolate the compressor and suck all that freon out before you do anything. Suck it down into a vacuum and push that gas somewhere else in the system, or else the oil comes out. It comes out like a fire hose. I mean, you open it up a 1/4 inch flare fitting, and it's just foamy, nasty shit everywhere. But we got lucky. But I pulled the front cover off of that thing. I didn't realize there was still, probably a good 2 inches of oil left in the bottom, and man, it come running out all over everything. Stinky, freon soaked, nasty oil.
What kind of oil are you using it?
This system's still on R22, believe it or not. Surprised the PC cops haven't come and got us, but it's like they call it a 300 viscosity, so it's probably a 30 weight mineral oil, or mineral based, so it's dead dinosaur oil. when you get into other gases like 134A and 404A, like for the truck reefers, they use what's called polyol ester oil, which is a little different. It's all
Yeah.
synthetic. And that shit sucks moisture like you wouldn't believe. It's worse than brake fluid. You leave the cap off the bottle, that shit's dead the next day. It just makes acid. I mean, it'll actually get when it gets moisture in it. And then ammonia uses another mineral-based oil, but I'm not sure. They got different designs so they can stay miscible. They can stay in a vapor state when they get sucked up with the hot freon coming out. Then it goes through I guess be like the receiver dryer on a car. Before it goes into the condenser, it goes through an oil separator. It's just kind of a snaky pipe with some holes in it. It gives the oil a place to fall out of suspension and get forced back into the compressor or the holding tank.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be amazed the size of this system. I mean, it's huge. And this isn't a very big one. I mean, I've seen some real big ones, like block ice plants. I went to one in Coachella Valley once. I think they had 9 of these compressors. Fucking 9 of them. Big ones. And you can smell the ammonia. I mean, you get within 100 feet of the place, smell the shit. It don't hurt the environment. It's real good for us. And that's what hard to see. With Freon, if I'm back there and I bust a line or bust a pipe or something catastrophic, I've got plenty of time to get out of there. Ammonia is a little different story. You get blasted with ammonia, it dries you out and kills you pretty fast.
Yeah, ammonia is nasty.
It's for us. It's fine for the environment. The earth don't care.
Yeah. That's what I hated about when I used to do RVs on the side, replacing the fridges and having to break them open to dispose of them properly and that. And when your drain line wasn't hooked up right and it just went all over you, it was just nasty. It's like, I'm shocked I'm even still alive from working on those things.
It's the smell that gets me. It's nothing worse than ammonia. Imagine all your cats pissed in one litter box.
Yep.
That's it. Your tool bag is ruined forever. They all took a piss in your tool bag.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dad White got wind to get her fixed. So she's been hanging outside a little more. I'm going to have to go capture her. Much as I miss the kittens, we ain't having another litter in the house. 2's enough.
Now, see if I want to play with kittens, I'll go down to the SPCA now and make a donation and have my fun then and there. It's like, kittens, okay. They're adding it back to my Mongols.
Even some of the Petcos have got them right there in front. Oh, look at the kitties. Aren't they cute? Oh, I've got things there.
We got to start becoming like Bob Barker, and at the end of every stream, you have to go and remember, support your local SPCA.
Local Heart Association. How's your Tahoe going, Ragin?
The Silverado,
Silverado, yeah. Excuse me.
I haven't driven it over a week now, so it's parked.
Back together though, right?
Yeah, it's back together. It was running good when I left it.
Good. What are you working on lately, Turner?
I'm playing with a Ford Ranger. I just finished draining the tank out because he took all his gas from he had a boat, and he emptied the gas from the boat into it to put fresh gas into the boat. But that gas is like 2 years old and so varnished it wasn't funny. And he ran that in his truck, and he added like an octane booster to it. And he's like I'm sitting there, well, your injectors are shot, your fuel pump's shot, this is shot, that shot, and none of that. Your head gasket's leaking because your truck was running rich to compensate, and you were driving it hard because it was running rough, and you're hoping that it would idle out. And he goes, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I said, okay, well, there we go. We solved the problem. You put bad gas in your truck and drove the beans out of it. So you can't do that. Now it's costing you $2,000.
Usually, when you put gas in a boat, that's considered marine fuel. You don't use that in your vehicle. I don't know what he was thinking.
Well, it would have been fine if it was fresh marine fuel because there's no major difference between it. But when it starts to varnish and it smells like solvent, that's when it's no good. Mostly when it varnishes, because now it's going to gum everything up, and like in a generator, that's a different story. But
old dirt bikes love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Put little clots in there, they'll run fine.
Yeah, but these dang new engines, they don't. Mostly the Ford Duratex, they hate. They like no. He literally just chewed his truck up. But that's the thing, is fixing it's still cheaper than buying a replacement. So
I got to get another truck. Base model gas 2500 is $50,000. It doesn't matter if you go through Chevrolet or Datsun.
August or September, the wife will have her new truck.
What's she getting?
She's really wanting. She's got her heart set on a Chevy Avalanche.
Oh, nice. Those aren't bad.
No. So I told her, look, we'll find you one that's in really good shape.
Yeah.
Don't have much miles on it, for a decent price, if that's what you really want.
No, they're pretty slick looking vehicles, and they're handy. They're an SUV and a truck in one, and you can actually put stuff in the back of it. And I never minded. I never had a problem with the Avalanches. They were decent, unless they went through Ontario. If they went through Ontario, then it's done for.
Avalanche is Ridgeline.
Avalanche is not a Ridgeline. An Avalanche actually has a damn frame under it.
Has a frame, has an engine, a real engine.
Yeah, but
Avalanche has got the balls to pull something.
It doesn't.
Ridgeline doesn't.
It has leaf springs.
No, it don't.
Well, it depends on which Avalanche, which model you got. Depends on which model. Denali, then.
Well, if I got to pull something big, if I got to haul something big, I'll either, if I can haul it with this thing, I'll haul it with this thing. If not, I'll haul it with the Silverado.
The Silverado's not a tough truck either.
Bullshit.
It's still 1500.
Yeah, but
you don't hit a real truck. You don't have a real truck until you got
a
3
Chevy 15. Chevy 1500, when it comes to payload and tow load, is the equivalent of a Ford F-250 and the equivalent of a Dodge 3500.
Bullshit.
No, it's true.
How do you figure?
You can actually put more rear axle payload in a Chevy than you can a Ford or a Dodge, and the heavy half tons literally held more than the Ford F-250s did, and way more than the F-3500s. I've owned all three.
What do they
And
I
use
own a
for rear end?
1500
out
Silverado.
of my Chevy, and it would take.
I own a
Wow.
1500 Silverado. It's a bitch. You throw 2,000 pounds in the back of it, it sags on its ass and lifts its wheels up off the ground almost.
No, I've never had that problem.
Aren't they all using a Dana?
My
No,
Silverado's a
leaf
fucking
springs. It's the
beast.
leaf springs that are different.
No, they're 10-bolt rear end. They're a piece of junk.
All right, what are that?
Not a
fucking
piece of junk, but I mean, you can't throw 3,000 pounds in the back end of them.
I don't know. My little Chevy used to haul Detroit engines in it.
I don't know, a 9-inch 10-bolt. Chuck, we run them with 2,000 horsepower and 33-inch tires.
I'm just saying, you throw 2,000 pounds in the back of a Silverado, its ass is gonna drop down big time. It ain't gonna hold up like an F-250 or F-350 or a
Helpers in
Dodge
there.
250 or even a
Oh,
Chevy
yeah,
2500. I have a Chevy 2500. I'll tell you right now, I can throw 4,000 pounds in my 2500.
Ford 3500 dually, Super Duty, gas or diesel. I don't give a fuck. For a fact, you can put over 4,000 pounds in that thing. Plus the
Which one?
F350 Super Duty.
Yeah, after 50 Super D, you hold 4,000 pounds all day long.
All day long. And that one with a 7.3. Oh, god damn, that thing is a weapon.
First of all, you throw 3,000 pounds in the back of a fucking Silverado 1500. If you're just sitting on the standard setup, you're going to eat those tires up trying to drive that son of a bitch.
Well, they go through front tires like crazy.
No, the tires aren't rated to hold that load.
Well, that
You're only dealing with a 4-ply tire.
And it's still, you're dealing with a pretty archaic front end design. I mean, they're shit, really. I don't know, maybe they changed something.
That's the first thing I do on every truck I own, half ton or whatever. I always put the 10 ply on them. That's rule number one. Always put the 10 ply on them, run them at 80 psi, and you'll never have a problem.
No. If I gotta haul something,
If it's empty, it rides like shit with 80 psi in it.
Hey,
I don't care about the ride. I care about hauling the load.
I showed you guys my old Ford, right? That old 70 F350 or F250 we got in the house.
I think you did.
I
can't remember.
It's a tan 2-door 70 F250, like a camper special. Got the little box underneath the bed, the little side box. That thing don't ride worth a shit. Or more in the back. Then it smooths right out, drives like a Mercury. But unless you put some weight in that thing, it is sprung hard.
Night, Jamie.
oh, my Silverado's in a class in the league of its own. I tell you, I won't never get rid of that truck until it falls completely apart.
What year is it?
2000.
No, so you only got about 5 years left, and it's going to fall apart.
Now, is yours a 6-bolt half ton or a 5-bolt half ton? For the
6.
We talk about 6-bolt or 5-bolt.
On the ribs, on the hubs.
All those Chevys are 6 from
Nope.
1999 up.
Nope.
Yeah,
Not
the
true.
Silverado, unless you had a classic.
I can go out and take a picture right now of 2 Silverados that are one's 97 and one is a 98, and they are 5-bolt because they are just
Yeah, they're
half tons.
5-bolt. I just said 99 up, unless you have a Silverado Classic, which was the old design. 99 and up would be the new design. They called it the Silverado, or you had the Silverado Classic.
Yeah.
Anything from 99 up that was not the Silverado Classic was a 6-bolt hub. 14 mil bolt pattern, 14 mil bolt, 14 by what was it, 1.75 or 1.5 mil?
Something
Whatever
like
it
that.
is. Yeah.
I just
It's just like Chevy had these 3/4 tons that were 6-bolt, and then they had some 3/4 tons that had 8-bolt. Always drove me
Well, they
insane.
had the light duty,
What are you doing?
heavy duty 1500. They had a heavy duty 1500 for a few years.
Yeah, the
Just
heavy
like
half.
Ford had a heavy duty 1500 that was 7-bolt.
Shit, if I can get another 5 or 6 years out of this truck, I'll be a happy camper. Because I only gave $3,200 for the fucking truck.
Well, you'll get more than that out of it.
Well, it depends. How
Yeah.
rusty it is. I don't know how rusty it is now.
get rid
Well,
of.
my plans are is pull that. I'm gonna pull it off the frame it's on now. I'm gonna get another frame. I'm gonna fully treat it, make sure it has no rust on it, and I'm gonna drop the whole thing on a brand new frame.
Was your old frame that bad?
I think it's getting there. I haven't really inspected it fully
You
yet.
might be able to save the old frame by blasting it, and freaking
Hit it with rust converter and then coat it.
coat it your damn self.
I think by the time you're done, you might be better
The
off.
frame usually outlasts the truck. It's the body that usually goes to shit.
Hmm. The body's still in good shape.
Are they like the old ones? Remember the old square bodies? The doors would fall off after about 60,000. You have to door every couple of months. Remember whistle them fuckers used to make? You know, when all the weather stripping would get worn out.
Do you know what do you know what I always found funny about the Chevys? They're the only truck that I ever owned that when you had the windows up and you closed the doors, they would not close all the way because the air pressure would not escape the vehicle. It's like, damn it, no, gotta crack the window, close the door. There we go.
Kenworth trucks are like that.
Yeah.
All these semis are.
You know them little skinny cat Kenworths?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're sealed up real tight.
Yeah, over time they get loose though, and you got to reseal them.
I don't have much experience with them over a bobtail, but man, they didn't really think about suspension on those things. When you get a lot of weight in them, you go around a corner, it feels like that thing's gonna tip over.
Especially your old cab overs. Golly, you drive an old cab over and no air ride seats. You better have a cushion under your butt, otherwise you're gonna be a ding 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 ding.
We had a couple of brothers working for us down at the Long Beach plant, and they were big guys. You know, that wasn't uncommon to have a truck come back with the air bladder blown out of the seat. I remember we got a Freightliner back one day. I'm like, what's with the fucking broomstick in the cab? You know, oh, you have to put that under here or the seat collapses. Oh, Jesus. You know? Then we got these internationals that we leased. You be down the freeway after you drop your load off. And I mean, just a mildly rough patch of concrete. And I don't care how much air you took out of that seat, your head was bouncing off of the headliner.
No, that's the thing.
No, we call internationals.
What do they call them? Freight shakers?
Freightliner,
No, 11 letter shit spreader.
No, I remember my dad had a couple guys when he got the new garbage trucks and they had those air ride seats in them. They'd ride them too low, and they at the end of the day they were always complaining that their back hurt like an SOB. I was like, because you got to balance your seat to your body weight, you dumbass. It's like,
how the hell do you see over the dash with no air in the seat?
Like,
She rides the seat. I don't. I'll pull all the air out of it.
Yeah. Shit, I'm over 6 feet tall. I got to put air in that fucker.
Not me.
Big
I
truck.
don't want to be bouncing, smacking my head on this damn.
Big truck got a little bit different seat than a bobtail. Bobtail's got like a Toyota what the old Toyota pickup seat on an air bladder. And the International's even worse. They were meant to torture tall guys because the seat does not go back. It does not tilt. Maybe 2 degrees to the rear. That's all you get. You are straight up, head against the headrest.
Yeah, and then there's guys like me. We don't have a happy medium because I got a short torso, but I got extremely long legs. So I got to put the seat all the way back, and I got to lift the seat a little bit. It's like there's no quitting.
I got to put my seat to where
That's
I'm
good.
most comfortable. If I'm not comfortable, it's going to be a hell of a night.
It's Urge.
Hey, Sergio.
Hey, Sergio.
Yeah, she'll drop the steering wheel almost in her lap, sit all the way back to where the seat can't go back any further, and air in the seat. I'm like, how in the hell do you drive like that? I'll get up. She's out of the truck, and I'll go to sit down in the driver's seat. I got to push the driver's seat down just enough for me to slide in.
Excuse me a moment, guys. I'm going to lock this place up and leave this awful place. You want to go on a service call with me?
Service call.
Go look at a freezer on the way home?
He's been hanging out with Dave too long. He's a gigolo after work for spare money.
I got to go look at a freezer, and I didn't want to do it during the day. It's too goddamn hot. I'm going to go scare the girl working at the gas station at night. She's going to think we're going to rob her.
I think tomorrow we're going to have a PM done on the truck.
Uh-oh.
Let me put the money away and go get the gun, and then we'll go look at this freezer.
So how long did it take the mechanic to get out and fix your reefer?
Maybe 3 hour wait for him to finish up the job he was already on. And then once he got on site, maybe 30 minutes.
That's good.
The system was
Cargo
completely
saved then, eh?
the system was completely dry of Freon.
Wow.
He had to put 16 pounds of Freon in that unit.
God damn!
Yeah, 16 pounds or 16 ounces. One of the two. I think he said pounds.
What was the unit cooling?
No, it was barely cooling.
No,
Nice.
what is it designed to cool?
A trailer.
A trailer.
Yeah, it's 16 pounds.
It's 16 pounds, ain't no 16 ounces.
Yeah. The oil pan on those is like 5 gallons.
Did he figure out where it all disappeared to?
No, he just refilled the system and got me on my way.
Crank seal.
Possibly.
It's usually a crank seal.
Good thing after I dropped the load in Oklahoma City last night, I was able to turn the unit off and not run it on the way back.
Nice.
Is it a Thermo King or a Carrier, Raging?
Carrier.
Yeah, see, Carriers have got a shitty system for tensioning the belts. And then they got the electric drive motor sandwiched in between everything. And they kill tensioners, they kill belts. So to compensate for it, the techs always tighten the dog shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And your crank seals die early. You know, because the front of that compressor is on a Timken bearing. It's not on a plain bearing.
No.
You can pull the crankshaft a little one way or the other. The compressor don't care, but the seals do.
Right.
Rocket drawer is looking pretty good. Enjoy.
It's still clean and shiny. What are you doing? You're doing something wrong.
I was using the big shit this weekend. That little guy had no use for that little guy.
Nor does she.
Well, like I said, I haven't had $1 in my pocket since we got married. Definitely didn't marry me for sex.
Damn.
I'd be fucking lost without that. This sumbitch here. This thing is a beast.
What's that?
That's the rigid high torque.
Yeah.
My God, this thing has got some balls. But it's heavy. It weighs twice as much as the Thor. And if you put a big enough battery, it's even worse.
You seen that video that Torque Test channel just put out?
Oh, yeah, the Chinese Impact, the CC.
The they were doing the right angle impacts.
Yeah, the CC kicked everybody's ass.
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on! It was within what 30 foot-pounds for like $200 less.
It couldn't touch the Cobalt. It couldn't touch the Rigid.
No,
Really, I can't really say much about the Milwaukee because I think they had an M12 on that video.
Yeah, that's all Milwaukee makes is an M12.
Oh, you're for the right angle, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have the oomph, the battery oomph to compete with the 18 volts and that.
Oh, but that thing makes some good power.
Rigid barely touched the Cobalt. It got up there, but it barely touched it.
Well, is Cobalt? Yeah. Cobalt is Sherban, same as DeWalt and Craftsman and everybody else, right?
No.
Who's making Cobalt?
Shervan's making Cobalt.
Yeah. Sherban, Flex,
DeWalt, Craftsman, all that's made by Black and Decker. Stanley Black and Decker.
Right, and they use Sherban to make their power tools. All your DeWalt stuff's made by Sherban. And then all your Milwaukee, your Rigid, your Hart, your Ryobi, all that shit's made by TTI.
That is correct.
Holy shit.
There ain't nobody making anything anymore. I don't think even Ingersoll's making electric tools. They're probably farming them out to somebody. But their electric tools ain't really worth a shit anyway.
I actually have to say I've gotten a chance to play with a couple more Cobalt tools at what that one of the young kids got at the shop, and I'm impressed with them. I am really impressed with them. I love their 40-volt weed whacker. That weed whacker I still cannot kill. my free weed whacker that I got, I cannot kill it. It keeps going and going and going. I'm quite impressed. The Cobalt actually impressed me more than the Milwaukee weed whacker did. The Milwaukee, it's not as value wise. It's just not there because the Cobalt uses universal attachments. That's the thing. You don't have to spend $300 on a special Milwaukee attachment or that and that's one thing I like about it. And it spins the saw blade. It spins the 8 1/4 inch saw blade like no friggin' tomorrow and doesn't slow down. The Milwaukee has a hard time with the 7 1/4 inch saw blade.
I've been pretty happy with the stuff I've put together. I mean, I got a pretty big mixture. I don't even know how many battery platforms I've got. Pain in the ass.
I've
got 4 now. I've got 4.
I've got Milwaukee. I've got Cobalt. I'm getting ready to sell the Black and Decker. I've got Master Force. I've got DeWalt. I've got Craftsman. I'm not brand loyal.
I've got some DeWalt stuff, man. My old brush DeWalt drill and driver, they're fantastic. They got to be 6 years old. They still run just fine. No issues with them. What do they call that? The atomic or whatever? No issues with them, but I got so much other shit now. I need another drill like I need another hole in my ass.
Huh. But the line I run the most is Cobalt.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a pretty balanced number between my Metabo and my Milwaukee. Then I got rigid for the stuff that no one makes yet, and then now I've got that Cobalt 40-volt platform. So those are my platforms. But of course, after Rigid makes the tool that Milwaukee doesn't have, and I buy it right after I buy it, that's when Milwaukee releases their version of it.
It's the same
Which drives
tool.
me insane.
I mean,
Which drives me insane.
they're so close to the same. It doesn't matter. That's why I buy the rigid. I got that the mid torque and the high torque rigid, and I've got the 3/8 brushless. Their little subcompact ones, and that little
Uh-huh.
3-inch that subcompact 3-inch cutoff tool. That thing's a beast. You put a big battery on there, it runs for a long time. I mean, the battery will outlast the wheel. I don't think the Milwaukee could do any better. I seriously doubt it. Just more
Well,
money.
all of them have their strong points. All of them have their weak points.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It depends on the tool.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got M12. I've got M18. I've got plenty of Milwaukee. I don't hate it. But
I want to invest in the M12 line.
M12 there's some nice stuff in that line. It's not as heavy duty, but for me, if a lot of the times I'm out there working on a reach-in freezer, like I got to go do tonight, and it's tight in there, and you don't want a great big M18, hammer drill. You want a little tiny compact, driver.
Yeah. Now that's why I like the Milwaukee right angle impact, because it actually fits into more places. It may not be as powerful as the Cobalt and that, but it's that tight space that really makes it the win for me.
I'll tell you, that little 3/8 stubby Milwaukee impact is the 12 volt. That thing is a bad bitch. M12 fuel 3/8 impact wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And automotive lug nuts is no problem. Brake caliper bolts. I mean, I did the whole brake job on the Malibu with that and a Capri mid-length socket set, impact socket set, and a brake pad spreader. That was it. Did the whole brake job on that car. Didn't have to get the air hose out. Didn't have to get the mid torque out. Nothing. Didn't even need a ratchet. Small battery too, with the 2.0 or the 2.5 battery. I think it's the new one. The 2.5 battery is a nice one. Well, that's why I got that little 1/4-inch gun.
I don't know, the 2.0 batteries, anything less than a 2.5. I use those on flashlights. I don't use them on wrenches or anything.
It depends on how often you're going to be using it. You only got to take off one thing. It's not a big deal. For me, I mean, it's usually you have to take a couple of panels off the side of a machine, and then you got to get in there and work on something. You got to have some battery life, or just drag the air hose over there. A lot of the times, if the machine's down, I just steal the air supply. I got a little adapter that'll adapt whatever's plugging the machine to my. Mine are the old ones with the little tit sticking out of the bottom. They call that a Type M. I think all my air tools have got a little IM connector on them. So I got a little adapter with a universal on it. air chuck adapter.
Yeah, I'm going to stop at the Loves.
Excuse me just a minute, guys.
Thing that sucked about today is when I was draining that friggin' Ford tank out, and it was a full tank too. My high flow pump decided to crap out on me, so I had to use a low flow pump. That took a little bit of time to empty that tank out on a low flow with a low flow.
I'd say so.
No.
What kind of tank does you have to empty out?
The Ford Ranger tank. The thing had 4.5 jerry cans of fuel in it. 20, 40, 60, 80, about 90 liters of gas, of bad, horrible, stale, wretched gas in it. Now I've got to dispose of it.
Well, he's paying for his mistake.
Yep. Tell you, it's so much easier removing those gas tanks when they're empty.
What's up, Diabolical?
Hey, Diabolical.
Hey, Diabolical.
Oh.
I might need car keys, huh?
Yeah, unless you're going to Fred Flintstone it.
I just might do that. Ah, there's my keys. You know, I think when you put in more hours than the owner, something's wrong.
No, all my guys put in more hours than I do, and I'm the owner. No. Why should the boss have to stay there when he can hire someone else to stay there for him?
You don't know the guys we got working here. They need guidance. Remember, this is not Canada. This is not the Midwest. This is not the Northeast. This is fucking South Central LA. And I get my guys from the halfway house.
Oh man,
It's almost like it's almost like China.
No, hey, I tell you what, the halfway house want to work.
He froze up again. I go to immigration now when I want to hire people. I just walk in and say, "Anyone know how to build stuff? You do? Okay, get in the truck."
There you go.
No.
I just, what were your convictions,
Tell you what, I'll hire any East Indian that's ever worked on that's ever been in any of those YouTube videos any day. Same with people from Africa. Those guys that work in those YouTube videos. Any of those guys ever come to Canada? They got a job. They know how to work and they know what they're doing.
The guys that can make an AK-47 with a hammer and a screwdriver.
Yep. Those are the kind of people you want working for you. It's like they get the taste of real tools and power tools. Like heaven, oh. It's like I don't have to make my own tool. Oh, you are a great boss. Thank you.
Somebody left their sneakers on the hood of my truck. I think I'm going to leave them there and drive away. I don't know if that's a good omen or a bad omen.
No, I wouldn't touch them. They might be laced with something like stinky feet odor or talcum powder. Can't trust anything left on your vehicle. Mostly if you see money on it.
Well, we got a mattress reclamation facility next door. You really don't touch the outside of your vehicle.
Yeah.
Because I know what's in that foam. I know what's in that shit they're grinding up.
All the dust mites and bed bugs and other little critters. And then when they start to grind them up and shred them, now you got them dusted and powdered.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
My daughter always used to look at me funny when I used to go vacuum her mattress every single week. She's like, "Why are you vacuuming a mattress?" And then I'd show her what was in her bed. It's like, "Hello, child. You're a dirty animal, you child. Look at this. Shower more."
Right. We're out of there. Yay! Now, shall we get on the freeway or shall we drive down the host roll? What do you think, gentlemen?
I have no money, so I have no cash on me today, Frosty.
Where's Dave? We gotta ask Dave. He's got about 3 blocks to figure it out. Because it's either turn right and get on the 110 or go another block and go up Figueroa.
Figueroa.
Here's a nice one for you. Take a look at that, gentlemen.
Hey, that looks like downtown Vancouver.
Actually, I have been to downtown Vancouver. That is what it looks like.
Yes, it's horrible.
But we're not downtown. That is not Skid Row. That's the WIC office. I swear to God, these people have been bivouacked on that piece of sidewalk for about a month and a half. They resorted to piping in music really loud, and they're still dug in like ticks.
Huh.
Well, there's some kind of a homeless housing development opening up, and everybody's waiting for their turn, I guess.
Guess so.
It'd be nice to see them indoors rather than, I mean, Jesus Christ, we had a typhoid fever outbreak in Skid Row. You know, all that shit when it scatters up the sidewalk, you know, the rats are living under there and the fleas. It brings back diseases we eradicated.
Where did they go? They left us. They started another stream.
I guess so.
Oh, fuck. Something I said?
No.
Think Dave ran out of beer?
This truck
I
is
know
acting
what
like
it
the
is.
booster's getting ready to go.
Dave ran out of beer, and Turner's hungry. That's what happened.
Huh.
Watch, Turner's going to come back with food.
He's gonna come back with something.
Well, how's the road?
The road's fine.
Good conditions?
Yeah.
Right on.
If the truck will stop acting up.
Yeah, if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Yeah, the truck needs a PM service. I mean, that's a given. It's gonna act up.
Yeah.
And a few other little things. And
Sometimes just a little attention's all it takes.
yep.
I've been mean to mine. I'm still putting water in mine. I haven't done the heater core yet. It needs an oil change and a heater core real bad. But I mean, it's a Nissan. It's a tank. I never thought I'd hear myself say that, but this is probably the best truck I've ever had. I get 220,000 miles, and I've never had the valve cover off. I haven't even done the spark plugs yet.
Damn.
There's
Dave's
Dave.
back.
He's grabbing some food.
Well, you missed it. I got on the freeway.
I gotta be like, eat once in a while.
I was asking the guys if I should get on the freeway or if we should cruise down the host road. Kind of too late now. One thing I love about leaving late is there's very little traffic.
A little bit of traffic, probably a lot of traffic too.
Okay, can I still be heard?
Yep.
All right, good. I haven't slept right in about 4 days. I'm going to need you guys to keep me awake.
Oh, what was Diabolical asking?
Where you went in OKC?
Well, we did go to McKesson in OKC. McKesson factory, I guess. But that was last night, early this morning. Or early yesterday morning.
Oklahoma City to Ohio.
No, it was Oklahoma City, Olive Branch, Mississippi to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City back to Olive Branch, Mississippi. And Olive Branch, Mississippi up to Lockbourne, Ohio.
Damn.
Yeah. Putting some miles on this big thing.
Makes my little commute look insignificant. This will. Without the famous 4 level we see in all the movies.
It's over. It's diabolic. It's over there off the loop that goes around Oklahoma City.
To your left is downtown LA. It's a dirty shithole.
Mhm.
There's the titty bar.
Just go to the titty bar. You'll be all right.
My wife won't give me any dollars.
Well, damn. You mean you don't have a secret stash?
Trust me. Actually doing pretty good. Doing better than I have in quite a while. But got a little monkey off my back and I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Shit, if I want to go to titty bar, the wife will go with me.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Now, mine wouldn't even put all my shit out. She'd make me do it. Gotta love a woman who'll pack your shit for you. Throw it out the door. You have what you out of there twice as quick. Don't you want a prank? Oh, hell no. I gotta go.
What's a titty bar?
I don't know. I haven't been to one in a long time. So
I've been to
I don't know.
Martina bar. I've been to whiskey bar. I ain't never been to a damn titty bar. I don't know what titty bar is.
Strip club.
The nudie bar.
A
The
strip?
tickly room.
Now you're talking my language. I live in those fucking bitches. I just love a girl rubbing all over me and give her $100 for every rub she gives on me that she just touched like 30 other guys with, and
Yeah,
Drop
give me the oldest,
$500 for 10 minutes of pleasure. Yeah.
give me the oldest, dirtiest one with a string dangling.
No.
a little detailed there.
Yeah.
I'm a little off kilter.
When I met my wife, she's 9 years old. Her vagine was a perfect, beautiful. By the time she's 14, her vagine ain't like lizard sleeve. My wife is dead. This party.
Well, it's 10:15. We're going to scare the shit out of these folks at the gas station. Maybe we should stop. Yeah, I'm going to stop.
Oh.
Stop and pull your gun out and walk in with your gun on your side.
I was going to pull my key out instead. Let's see what happens. They don't put you in jail for that anymore. They take you to the hospital.
Didn't you get your shit taken care of? Real nice. Professional nurses. Say, I connected up to go to the bathroom.
I just gave up the painkillers. Now they're going to put me on Thorazine. Little hell doll for you. And off to our right here, we have County General, County Public Library, and I'll show you that.
Yeah.
There was a bathroom on the fifth floor of that library that was known as, you guys ever see, what the hell was that movie called? Something About Mary?
Yeah.
All the rest stops were like,
That's how you get my hair gel.
yeah, well, yeah, there was a, what do you call it, a bathroom. They were using the fifth floor restroom of that library with the bath house and the one on.
Damn.
Yep, dirty shithole. But we love it. We love the climate here. And the people and the diversity. Here is the main coexistence that Atlantic High School is. Somebody spoke in front of it. They get out of the way. Good people. I'm not even taking any food. I know what's wrong.
Hit the shoulder for a second.
Calls the cops on me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Take a look. It's not working, right? Okay. I think it's dirty. What do you think?
Possibly.
Oh, god damn, it's hot up here.
Let's see if that.
Let's see what's going on. Old hack used to do this before I figured it out. Worked on this thing, so it's probably an electrical hazard. Ooh. Yeah, it's so goddamn hot it don't even want to start. No, it's running. Shit.
Yeah, I got to come back tomorrow with the air compressor and blow it out. There ain't nothing coming out of that fan.
Just fart on it and light a match.
That's not a bad idea. Shit, man, I brought this thing here when we got this account. I was a driver. Make sure it's not froze up inside, and then we'll split. You got the key? Sometimes these things freeze up the coil inside. They don't defrost properly, and then they don't circulate any cold air.
Hmm.
They just make an iceberg. And that is not what this one's doing. It's cold in here. What's this guy talking about? This is fucking crazy. Nah, it's just dirty. No. Cool. I'll make tomorrow easy. 2 more to work on tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I just gotta blow it out. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Probably just scared the living shit out of her that you'd be back tomorrow. You just gotta blow it out.
Well, I don't know. I carry a full-size 1911 sometimes, and you could see me printing. I think he still remembers me. I don't know. Gotta figure a guy at a gas station sees more people than I do every. Now, let's get out of this awful place and get back to the valley where it's 20 degrees hotter, but it's not really that much safer. Fuck my life.
It'd be all right.
In Canada with automatic weapons and 2 cycles. I buy myself an island. Anybody that lives there is going to have weapons. Every vehicle is going to be powered by a 2-cycle Detroit diesel.
Well,
Bluetooth mode.
Anybody buy anything recently?
no.
Anybody pull anything out of their toolbox they ain't seen in a long time? I actually did dust off the wiener the other day. It's been a while. She wasn't interested. Well, I'm not getting dressed. She's got me on top, so just deal with it.
The hell is that?
What?
He's got a Geiger counter built into his truck.
Well, Oh, what now? Is that better?
Well,
For 20 minutes, we'll be home. Sweet home.
Hey, Speed Rich.
Well, I actually am looking at trucks. I've got to buy a full-size truck, and I'm thinking I better do it now.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
Out here, Dodge is just insane. Insane and expensive. Ford is what I want. I want a Ford with 6.2 or 7.3, but they're not making them. And there are none. And then you've got GMC. I've got a 20-foot, fairly light 20-foot tag trailer. The race car is going to weigh, even with a blower on it, it won't weigh more than 1,800 pounds with iron heads and a blower. So you figure 1,000 pounds worth of toolbox, another 1,000 pounds worth of jack stands, gear, and bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Payload's not going to be that insane. It's a tag trailer. I'm actually looking at the GMC, the 2500 HP. Does anybody have any experience with that new 6.6 gas engine?
it's not a gas engine, is it? I thought it was decent.
The Chevy?
Yeah.
I think the 6.6, they've got a gas V8. They've got a 6.6 liter LS for the bigger truck. It's LT now, I think. Direct injected LS. Not the Duramax. The Duramax is this one's 50 to 55,000. The Duramax adds $10,000 to the price tag. And whether it be Duramax or Power Stroke, they're having problems with all of them. I want a gas truck. I mean, they got a 10-speed transmission. You don't need a diesel anymore. Just when technology got around to leveling the playing field, they're taking them away from us. Uncle Joe says we got to run on batteries.
Why are you on the interstate, dude? If you're going to be 25 freaking miles an hour, get off the interstate.
Give him a little love tap. Love tap.
You almost got it.
God, people are so goddamn uncaring and oblivious. You know, if you gotta hit the brakes and slow that fucking thing down, you're losing time and money trying to get it back up to speed. How many times you want to shift? How far into the throttle you want to get? Now your truck, you probably got a big enough motor you can leg it, but the ones I'm used to driving, those old Canvas, I mean, we'd have a 9-speed and like, you know, what's that Cummins, bigger than the ISB, the 500 incher. What they call ISB? We have the ISB rated at like 265 or 275 horse. So they were never happy in any gear. If you had any kind of weight on that thing, you know, you go up a grade at 35 miles an hour. You know, you shift it down when you're going up the grade. You didn't shift up. And if anybody got in front of you and hit the brakes, it was over. You just had to start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm weighing about 60,000 plus pounds right now. Yeah, I would have hit him. It would have been over for him.
I think Region's driving is just shy of 500 horsepower and 1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah, but it weighs 4 times as much. Man, that was the old Freightliner we had with a C7 Caterpillar. That motherfucker was bad. That thing had some power. Right at clutch engagement, I think that thing had like 11 foot-pounds or something. Either 1150 or 1275. It wasn't rated real high for horsepower, but man, that thing had some low-end runs. Just, they don't accelerate. You know, you got out of a Cat into a Cummins, and you think you're driving something with a small block Chevrolet. Just so different. The way they shift, the way they, you know, the way they react. You drive one all day and then hop on the other, and you're like grinding gears and shit. I got enough seat time in both of them. I could do it. But the other guys, none of the other guys ever wanted to drive the one with the Cummins. They couldn't. It's too high. Yeah. So what are you talking about? Get in. You know. So once I come off the stop, my foot doesn't go on that clutch again.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'm tired. You have a great stream. I'll have a great night, okay?
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother. Everybody's so quiet.
It's getting late.
Yeah, good point. 10:30 here. What is it back there? 12:30, 1:30.
12:30 or 1:30. Yeah.
I'm not over yet.
Like I said, I haven't slept right for about 4 days. I'm up every hour, no matter what. I just been going through it. But notice I haven't fallen asleep once on the stream.
How far are you away from home?
Passing Palenga, so I'll be about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Won't have that much farther. Depends. If traffic stays like this, I'll get there in no time. I used to love getting up early, opening the place. I miss traffic both ways. But once you get stuck in it out here, I mean, it's the shit. Nothing you can do. Universal Studios off to my left.
Then they go get my dogs up for us.
So how do you do it, Reagan? You guys just switch out and keep going? Or you eventually stop, get some coffee, something to eat,
Pretty
or
much.
what?
Usually, we'll stop. And then when she takes over, she'll make her coffee and stuff like that. And but when I take over, it's dinner time for both of us.
Right, there you go.
She stops throughout the day and gets her food and stuff like that.
That works. You got something recording your hours on the road, right? You got to stop eventually.
Yeah. Like I'm getting ready to stop here in the next probably 10 or 15 miles.
And that is so fucking invasive. They put that kind of box in there. Used to be you could scribble in your log before the guy got in the window and you'd be all right. Off for 7 days. How'd you get here? I don't know. I got nailed going out of Nevada, down through the gorge, right through a little corner of Arizona, right up against St. George, Utah. There's a port of entry down there with scale on both sides of the road. And I'm following another guy. I'm following the leader, basically. I don't have any coordinates. I don't know where we're going. Get in the truck and follow me. Okay. He blows the fucking scale. Well, he's driving a rental truck, very indiscriminate, with a white trailer. I'm driving an old piece of shit tandem bobtail that has Long Beach ice plastered all over the side of it like Santa Claus. Probably belching a little smoke. Judging from that grade, and it's probably coming from the brakes. So it didn't take, the guy decided he wanted to get me, so he followed me all the way into Utah and made me turn around and go back into Arizona. And I'm from California, especially in LA, they're cautious when they come up to the car, right? You know,
Yeah.
This guy walked right up and opened the door. I got my gun sitting on the seat. I'm like, oh, fuck. He didn't give a shit about that. The only thing that this guy was pissed off about is that I didn't stop at the scale. And this was my first time going over the road. We were going up to Montana because they were filming some stupid Santa Claus show up there, right?
Yeah.
Like Santa training camp or Santa boot camp or something weird. One of them reality TV shows. And it wasn't smelling enough for that. So they needed us to take our blower, our chipper, and a bunch of blocks up there and do tune up their shop for them. I'd never been out of California. I didn't know anything about any of it. And when I'd gotten my license, I want to say I took it in like a school bus or a converted van. So I didn't have the manual transmission endorsement. The guy looked at me and said, "You can't guide this truck." I'm like, "I just got down that hill without smoking the brakes. You're going to tell me I can't drive this truck?" It doesn't matter. Yeah. You've got to be kidding me. You're going to follow me back to Arizona. I'm like, Arizona's that way. No, that's Arizona. Oh, it was bad. And this guy had like Coke bottle glasses. Had to have a Glock 10 millimeter on this holster with a bunch of magazines sticking out of it like a porcupine. I mean, this guy was looking for a reason to shoot my ass. And my boss is in front of me. He don't want to answer his phone, and I got to tell him, I got to go back to Arizona. You got to come and drive this thing out of here. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I fucking lost my And I'm like, dude, I don't even have a fucking moving violation. You know? They're like, sorry, it's the DOT. They let me keep my regular license. They let me keep my motorcycle license. But they suspended my commercial for a year. What a pain in the ass. I had to take a lawyer with me and everything. They're like, you didn't need the lawyer. Oh, fuck. I never went to truck driving school. I didn't grow up in a truck. I learned how to drive them because that's what we had to do.
Right.
I actually got pretty good at it, believe it or not. I can't back up doubles, but you know, I do okay.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody that really likes to back doubles. I've seen it done.
It doesn't look like a good idea to me. Man, when I went to take I had to retest. I had to take all the writtens over again, and I had to take the driving test at the DMV. And I said, why don't we go down to Freightliner? This truck is beat to shit. You know, the brake at the end of the clutch, you know, the little clutch brake that slows the flywheel down was worn off because the other guy that drove the thing thought it was a Volkswagen Jetta. You know, he'd push the thing all over the floor and hold it there and grind every gear. So I could hardly get it into I could hardly get it into gear. I had to start in second gear. It wouldn't go into first gear anymore. And I'm thinking, you know, some of the gauges don't work. And I'm thinking they're going to fail me just on the truck alone. I'm so pissed off at my boss. And I got lucky because the guy that gave me the test, he wanted to go to lunch real bad. And the supervisor came out and screamed at him. And he's carrying his shit. He looks at me, your turn. Let's go now. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's it for me. I do the walk around inspection. Boom, no problem. Okay, let's go. Driving. He's like, why are you driving so slow? I'm like, I'm going the speed limit. I don't want. Don't worry about it. Just drive the fucking truck. Oh, no. This guy was mad. I'm trying to explain to him. I'm like, you know, why aren't you using the clutch? I'm like, it's worn the fuck out. Oh, okay, I get it. And then we got to the point, you know, I knew to stop at the railroad tracks and shit, and the trick stop sign at the end and the left turn and all that. I knew the way they were going to trick me. I got through all that, and I got to the point where I had to do, you know, like the alley dock and back up to a dock and all that shit. And I mean, I've been backing up to a dock for 7 years at this point. You know, I was surgical with that truck. So he has me do the thing where you alley dock, you know, you turn 90 degrees and stop, you know, within 3 feet of the cone or whatever. And he says, you don't want to, you can get out and look twice. I'm like, just get out of the way. I'm almost done. You know, bam. He did that. And he's like, just help me pick up the cones. Let's go. He says, you're not testing anymore. Drive fast. That was it. I got my license back. I got extremely lucky. That dude did not want to be there. He wanted his sandwich or whatever the fuck he had in the fridge, and he wanted to be left alone.
Right.
Our DMVs are all crowded. Don't care what time of day. I mean, you go there at 6 in the morning and wait for them to open. There's already people standing in line. And they're all understaffed.
I get to get some go-go juice.
Go for it, man.
Do what?
I guess it's just me then.
No, I'm still here.
I just
I
pulled
gotta
out of
get.
the house.
I gotta get some go-go juice.
$450 worth of fuel.
Possibly.
Get the stuff that has the red dye in it. Better for you.
No, I don't need no off-road diesel.
Shit, the particulate collector wouldn't like it, would it?
No, probably not.
I made it, Dave. I'm home.
Get some go-go juice, a couple slices of pizza. Y'all can listen to the reefer unit sing.
Does that thing run constant or does it cycle on and off?
It's continuous.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
It's set at 20 degrees Celsius. They don't believe in doing Fahrenheit here. They run everything in the Eastern time zone, and they run their the refrigerant units on Celsius.
So you're at 12 degrees on the reefer?
No, probably
32 is 0.
looking at
Oh, you're at 20 degrees Celsius.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So you're at 42 degrees.
Yep.
As
Something like that.
long as the load's not frozen, you're fine. I get a lot of trucks come by and they want the load iced down. You know, trucks full of corn, trucks full of Christmas trees, whatever the hell it is. We got to, chip ice into them, ice them down, and keep them from spoiling on the way. I did that.
One thing I don't miss hauling is fruit, especially
Fruit,
especially strawberries.
Fruit, you got to ice down. Shit. Every couple of days, you got to find a cold storage and ice your load down.
Well, if you're not running in a reefer unit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, ever since the pandemic, at least in this part of the country, everybody sold off their fucking fleet, whether it be trucks or trailers or anything.
Uh-huh.
You can't find no reefers, not when you need them. So
you can get them.
Out here, you can't get shit. And when a rental goes down, they got nothing to replace it with. I had 3 trucks go down back to back to back in 2020, all for that stupid depth sensor. And it was before they had the patch fix for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I bought that scan tool to force regenerate. Medium duty stuff.
I've got to find a heavy duty scan tool for that.
I see my brother in there. I wonder if we got anything to eat. So Dave was chowing down a minute ago.
Yeah, I'll
Give
probably
me some
sit
pizza.
down again before I go to bed.
I want a beer. That's what I want.
Well, hell, drink one from me then.
It comes down to it. There's only one. I'll drink it for you.
Because Lord knows I can't have them out here.
No.
Not while I'm operating anyway. Can't say I ain't never drank in a truck because that'd be a lie.
Well, there are some crazy sons of bitches out there.
Only time I drank in a truck when I was at home or I was just sitting down on a 34 or something like that.
Yeah, parked on an extended break.
Yeah.
Just basically living in it. Let's see what we got here. Nothing. Well, of course. All right. Should try and hydrate.
$460.
I knew it. I was pretty close, huh?
460.26. 129 gallons.
How far is that going to get you?
Oh hell. That could probably get us back down to Olive Branch. Go all the way up to Lockbourne and right back down to Olive Branch.
Damn. That thing must have a tall gear in it.
354 a gallon.
Diesel's like, it's above 5 here anywhere you go. Insane. It's all taxes.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only state that had a repeal measure on the ballot, and we failed to pass it for a fuel tax.
Huh.
How did we fail to repeal a fuel tax? Oh, it didn't have enough Democrat support. You've got to be shitting me.
They never do.
Anyway, I think I'm going to go visit Mrs. Frosty and try and get some sleep, gentlemen.
All right.
I'm gonna go in there and get me a couple of slices of pizza and decide if I'm gonna stay here and get the PM service done on the truck.
There you go.
Well,
Good to see you, Dave.
Thanks for jumping
been
on. Y'all have a
You haven't
good
been
night.
on for a while.
Everybody watching, thanks for watching. You're
Good
all,
night, everybody.
you're all great. Good night.